all the choices you made, would you make them again, 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 again?
But anyway, so thank you again for having me come and talk to you this morning. And there's two things I want to talk about. I said to AI, I'm doing the talk this morning, and I really need to know what are the ways we can improve our sleep, right? So number one, right? Number one. Oh, by the way, it's AI, but it's all referenced, right? There's articles and links, and it's not just kind of rubbish.
Yes.
But some of it, this is all good stuff. Yeah.
Yes, of course. Karena ini dia mendapatkannya dari AI, tapi AI itu kan hanya memberikan referensi saja, sedangkan yang menjelaskan juga manusia. Jadi AI juga nggak bisa bekerja tanpa.
To maintain a regular sleep schedule, regular sleep. So if you go to bed at 10 o'clock at night, most nights, then on your weekend or your day off, if you have one, I know some people might not, but try to go to sleep at the same time every night. That's training the brain. It's all about training the brain. So number one is try to make sure you go to sleep at a regular time every night. And eventually, the brain will train itself to switch off at the right time and to give you that deep sleep, at least for a few hours, so you can recover and okay. So what is that consistent schedule?
Jadi yang pertama adalah membuat jadwal yang tetap untuk tidur kita. Kalau kita biasanya tidur
I know for some of you, that may not be something you can control. For some, you don't. You have demanding employers, and you have difficult schedules. So I know that for some of you, you can't do that. But if you can do it, if the most of you can do it most of the time,
yes,
that is a good thing. Okay, so that will go some way.
Jadi kita
So I think AI is pretty good on that one. I think it's a good one. Number two is about having a comfortable sleep environment. Right? What do we mean? Well, is your bed in a comfortable place?
yeah,
Is it a comfortable bed?
yeah.
Yeah? And do you have something on the windows so you don't get woken up by the lights flashing outside or by the first light of the morning? Right? Do you have so that's very important. And is there anything you can do to make your space? If you have I don't know, if you have your own room, they're very fortunate. And I know some ladies don't have their own rooms, and you might have to share with somebody. Maybe you have to share with one of the family, and maybe that disrupts your sleep as well. But where possible, try to make that space, even if it's a shared space, try to make it as comfortable as possible. If you're like sleeping, I don't know, some of you might sleep next to one of the kids, I don't know. But if you do, and you get kicked at night time, then maybe put a pillow between you and the kid. Something simple like that, right? Just to dull the pain of being kicked at night. The next point is about techniques to help us relax before we go to sleep. Because remember, we're talking about those brain waves, right? And we want the brain waves not to be like active brain waves because of the blue lights flashing on our screens. What we want are those nice, smooth, gentle brain waves, right? So we have to train our brain before we go to sleep. We have to start training our brain that it's going to get ready to go to sleep. And the way to do that is to stop looking at our screens, stop looking at the screen, right? Even if we're looking at something nice on the screen, you might think, well, yeah, it's a picture of the seaside, or yeah, but it's some special words that I want to read before I go to sleep. But the problem is, it's on the screen, and it's the light from the screen, right? It triggers these active, stressful thoughts before we go to sleep by doing something like I've mentioned reading, because that avoids looking at the screen. But also, if you have any other hobbies, some people like drawing and painting and making things, knitting, sewing, writing. What's that? Is what we said? Yeah, writing to friends or family. I'm training my muscles in a way which actually gives them more.
Go to the prisons and see actually a lot of Indonesian ladies are crying. because a lot of them are innocently jailed, unfortunately. Why are they jailed? Most of our cases without knowing that, right? And we call them drug mules. Drug mules are people who are exploited or used or tricked to bring drugs and traffic drugs from one point to another point without their knowledge of it and without their consent of it. Then why are they jailed? Because they're innocent. They don't know. Unfortunately, in Hong Kong, if you don't